everybody, and welcome back to the Transylvania Chronicles here on Dork Tales. I'm your storyteller, Kelly. I use he and him, and we are headed back to 1314 to see what our coterie is getting up to in the tiny town of Timisoara. But we're not doing it alone, of course. We have our coterie with us, and let's go ahead and meet them right now, starting with our new adherent to a non-humanity road, Robin.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am excited to be back in the skin of Tereza Dinescu, our Zamisi, who has now on the road of Lilith, specifically Path of Thorns. So I'm very excited.
Can't wait till you get to meet a bunch of other Lilins and you can have like a convention, you know, like a convention of thorns. I think that'll be really good. Very
Court of Thorns almost.
No, it's going to be a convention of thorns. Just trust me on this.
More of a convention, yeah.
Yeah.
Only good things can happen.
So how are you doing tonight, Robin? You excited?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited. I rewatched the last little bit of the game to remember what the fuck happened.
A lot.
Yeah. But yeah, super excited.
It's gonna be great. Also great next to you is Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris. I go by Blogg in the chat. Happy to be here on Dork Tales again. Feel like it's been a little while, but I miss you guys and looking forward to playing Rainald again. Our kind of quiet, slickering around the shadows, La Sombra.
Nice.
I'm not up to anything.
Just a little guy.
Just a little guy. Down beneath you, we've got just a little guy, and it's Kal.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kal. I use he, him pronouns, and so does Bastien, the Watcher Salubri, in this little cabal? Coterie. When is it, when like a village becomes like a town? When does like a coterie become
a cabal?
A herd?
A herd? Yeah. When the elders decide to eat you. They become a cabal when you play Mage the Ascension.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Big old cabal.
Big old cabal.
Cabal
and someone who knows a lot about cabals, it's Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns, and I forgot how to introduce myself in the moment. It's been a while. And I play Alëna, our lovable gangrel.
So lovable. So cuddly.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Won't claw your eyes out if you try.
Super cuddly.
I love it. You know what else I love? I love our sponsor for the night, Bookwyrm Games. Bookwyrm Games is a fantastic place to go get your dice. And hey, if you're looking for something special to give someone in your life who loves the World of Darkness, might I suggest that you go and check out their Gemstone World of Darkness inspired dice. They've got, I've got my Mage the Ascension die in my hand right now. It is, well, it just rolled a 1, so that betrayed me on camera, which is great. But these are actual amethyst. Robin, you're using bloodstones tonight for your character, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
They're an absolutely fantastic present that you can get people around the holidays, and they're just fantastic dice overall. What's even better is that you'll save 15% on your order if you use code DORKTALES. And if your order is $100 Canadian or more at the end of everything, your shipping's free. So that means that you could be in Timisoara on your way to Seoris and get dice delivered. I can't wait to run a game where that actually happens. It's going to be fantastic. You also can go ahead and get some familiars on their Patreon right now at patreon.com/familiarforge320, where they have a number of 3D printable familiars there for you to enjoy. There's a lot of great stuff coming from Bookwyrm Games. Go check out their site. They've got tea, they've got all manner of dice, and plenty to get your games rolling. Not only that, they're going to have Dork Tales dice before too long. Thank you so much to Bookwyrm Games for keeping the lights on around here. I also wanted to thank everybody who stuck around on the Patreon. It has been a really busy couple months with a bunch of life stuff. And if you have stayed on the Patreon, you have my eternal gratitude because it has been very busy. You guys are getting so much stuff this month, though. You're getting like 3 times what you normally get. It's pretty ridiculous. So thank you so much for those of you who have been sticking around on the Patreon. And if you haven't joined up yet, for just $5, you get to watch like 3 to a lot of extra games per month. And in 2025, there's going to be a lot more World of Darkness content coming your way. So consider it. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. So it has been a little bit of time since the last time that we have played due to some life things, like I said. So here's a quick reminder of where we were. You all traveled from the town of wherever Tereza is in charge, and made your way across this horrible blighted landscape in the middle of some of the worst storms in centuries, and made it to a small town named Timisoara, where you were to pick up a Tremere named Goratrix on behalf of your friend Micah Vikos, who had a bit of a favor owed to him by you. Well, you managed to make it there and didn't get to work because instead you murdered some family members, murdered some more people, drank a lot of blood, robbed your own party, and murdered some people.
Fucked. I mean,
And Did you?
well, not.
Oh, that's right. There
None of us
were.
did
You
multiple
did, and
times.
somebody did. Somebody did. That's right. So
Tereza is a monster. It's fine.
it's true. So that's what happened last game, and we ended it with Bastien dancing around a fire with some friendly folk that he met at the tavern. Does anybody have any questions before we hop in? Perfect.
Can Bastien abandon everything and go live with the Ravnos?
Yeah, cool. What's your next character? A Tremere?
It's the Tremere that we're actually going to go.
You're gonna play
pick up.
Goratrix?
I don't think that works out well for you, Cal. What's
Okay,
the
so
character
no,
you're playing
what's-
after
what's-
Dork?
What's fine? It's totally gonna be okay. Nothing's gonna go wrong.
It's
We'll
gonna
just
be-
like befriend Goratrix. It's fine.
Tereza can just make him into something else.
Exactly.
It's true.
What if he's actually like really funny and like a cool dude?
He might be a cool
He
dude.
can
You
be
never
a
know.
cool dude that we still hand over.
It's
I
true.
know
I
it's an
would love to
oxymoron. A
see-
Tremere being a cool dude.
He's-
I would love
He's
to
not the cool
to see
dude.
Kelly play him like that.
I'm just a
wouldn't-
fun guy.
Why wouldn't I play him like that, right? Like a wild and crazy guy, you know? I'll just play him
Fun
like
guy.
Hank from
I'll
Barry.
play. I was gonna say Hank from Barry will do the jazz from like Cal did last night.
I'm here to give you back rubs.
You got chased.
You got chased.
jazz.
All right.
Another reason to
folks.
join the Patreon.
Mhm.
God, it's so good. So, without further ado, why don't we go ahead and head in to game? So, I believe that we're going to pick up with you all heading out into the street and making your way the next night toward the Holy Sepulchre. So let's begin inside the town of Timisoara. Rain buffets around you as you travel down the ruined streets. Wherever you go, you can hear the sound of coughing mortals, the sound of babies crying in the distance, the sound of people living, shitting, and dying. As you walk, you're finding that the earthen trails that run through town here are absolutely eroded by the rain. This town wasn't designed for the weather that you've been getting. And as you make your way there, Can I get everybody just to do me a favor? Just give me a casual strength and athletics check, difficulty 6.
So just to clarify, my aura is only when dealing with mortals.
Mm-hmm.
It has a problem. Okay. Cool.
Or when Kelly wants to make it a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's also fair. Strength and athletics.
Oh, that's a 1 dice pool for me.
4.
Oh.
Okay.
Difficulty 6, you said?
Difficulty 6.
Oh, fuck.
Why so many? What?
Why so serious?
I
Five for me.
failed. I failed. I
Five?
had 6
You
dice
failed?
and I failed.
All right.
Yeah.
I
And
failed.
Bastien, you failed? All right. As you make your way across the street, Rainald, you make your way away from the inn with no problem at all, as does Alëna from wherever she holed up. Likely, in the horse stables probably would be a good place to sleep.
Yeah, pretty much.
You met up earlier that night, seeing that Tereza's complexion had become even more ashen. Beneath her headdress, you will see that her skin is the color of moonlight, like bleached bone. There is very little humanity left in her. And as you walk across the street, there is a horrible, squelching, sucking noise that comes from both Bastien and Tereza's feet, as the mud beneath their heels sucks down on their boots, trapping them in place.
My mother always said this is how I would go.
And I'm just going to hurt them more. Nearby, you are going to hear the sound of a horse whinny as a cart laden with firewood barrels down on the two of you. Can I get... give me, I'm going to say, a dexterity and strength to pull yourself out and dive out of the way.
Is there any way that Alëna can assist with? She wanted to reach out to Tereza to offer.
Sure.
But
Absolutely. Well, we can do combined roll, so you can reach out to Tereza. Give me a strength and athletics roll to hoist.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Bastien, what'd you get?
And we're rolling dexterity and...
Dex and strength. It's a weird roll,
Oh.
but I'm going to go with it.
I like it.
3 to help Tereza.
Okay. And Tereza, what did you get?
Didn't know if that was going to be adding dice pool or adding successes to...
I'm pooling your successes.
Okay, alright, so I was just holding off to roll, see if anything got
Totally.
reduced to difficulties.
3,
Okay,
4
that's
Bastien.
much better. 5 plus
5, all
the three
right.
from Alëna.
Alëna, you are going to reach forward as you hear the sound of these hoofbeats coming toward the lot of you and are going to pull Tereza clear. Mud is going to splatter everywhere. Bastien, as this cart bears down on you, you as well are going to dive out of the way. But with 3 successes, you are going to lose your boot in the process. It slides directly off your foot and ends up getting trampled by the horse cart. You hear someone as the cart passes yell, "Get out of the road, you fucking idiots!"
I shoot lasers out of my eyes and kill him from a distance.
Wow.
Understood.
Bastien.
Is that one of your weird salubri powers?
Yeah, just...
Yes.
Care Bear stare.
Oh my god.
Tereza's gonna shout out to him. Don't drive so fast in the city, you fucking idiot.
Tereza,
Yeah.
do you feel humiliated by this?
I don't know about humiliated, necessarily.
Give me a, are you on self-control or are you on...
I want instinct.
You're on instinct
Instinct and
now.
conviction.
Okay. You feel a little flare inside of your breast as the beast rises up. Not quite enough to take control of you. But for a moment, you feel that second skin rise up in you and almost wrestle control away. And it plunges an icicle through your heart as you realize, whereas before, you would have had reins on that beast. Now it is unleashed. Bastien, your toes squelch in the mud through holes in the tips of your hand-sewn, well, I guess all socks in this era are hand-sewn, but your woolly socks.
Lame. I stole those boots fair and square. What size are you, Rainald? You Bastien sized?
Oh, I think I'm a bit taller than Bastien.
Oh, so there's room for mud in the tips of the soles.
I'm sure that, you can find your own shoes.
That's not very priestly of you.
Rainald will lift up his robes, and it will be like tattered shoes that are actually like almost fall like apart. Like parts of his feet are actually touching the ground and heavily calloused. I mean, if you think it'll help.
Oh, disgusting. Put your robe back down.
We can get you both new shoes. For
I can even make them if you prefer.
No,
Really?
this is fine. After a while, you
Yes.
don't even notice.
I've had to make all of my clothing.
Maybe I will take you up on that. Thank you.
Now I have to ask, today, Tereza, did you bring anyone with you for this meeting?
Yeah, I was actually just typing it in our chat. Just trying to also remember who we... Well, I can cross off, Caesar off the people that we brought with us. Probably would have just brought, Dominic and Polnock with her. She would have left Fugan with Clara at the stables to kind of keep
Okay.
watch over our stuff. So that is, she probably has Dominic and Polnock.
Okay. So, as you were standing there, Dominic and Polnock will take a step out from near the church where they scouted ahead. Polnock landing on his shoulder and cawing at you. My lady, the way appears to be clear. Are you all right?
I'm fine. Just, I am fine. No need to ask questions. I will be okay. That cart, inconsiderate fool, just threw me for her. Thank you, Alëna, for helping grab me out of the way. I feel I'm at a bit of a short temper this evening. Any meeting, I would maybe... Rainald, I know you like to covert, manipulate from the shadows, but I seem to be a little irritable tonight. You might be best to take point on this meetup.
If you insist.
I mean, you two, Bastien.
Oh,
They might not make sense of your words, but
There's
you
a
two both
sudden-
can.
There's a sudden cracking noise as the front doors of the church open. A pair of men step out at the sound of your squabble. They're men in arms, dressed in fashion associated that you'd say were Eastern, Constantinople probably. They eye you from inside of the church. What do you do?
What were our instructions again? Meet them here? Meet
Mhm.
some people here to escort Goratrix?
Yep. Was to
there-
meet his agents here to pick up Goratrix and deliver him to Sioris.
Was there anything that we were supposed to... Were we giving any instructions on how to present ourselves?
Transport him, or yeah.
No.
Okay. I'll look at them and just ask, excuse me, does the name Vikos ring any bells?
One of the men leans forward, darkly complected, his throat throbbing with pulse. The name Lord Vikos means much. You are the ones he sent?
We are.
The man takes a step back and brushes a hand forward, gesturing you inside.
I'll let the others enter ahead of me. Well, anyone who's coming in.
Tereza will head up, regally.
The man
Alëna will
gestures.
just enter.
Is anybody here afraid of churches?
No, sir.
Okay. Rain buffets the roof as you enter. And the man-at-arms that guided you inside will say, "Follow me. I will take you to the crypt." Following him downstairs, he takes you to a location that's normally restricted. The gate that normally blocks entry is ajar. He pulls it open for you. What you seek is down there.
Thank you.
He then turns and leaves you to do what you will.
Tereza's going to, just real quick, throw up, just a first level of, what's the word I'm looking for right now? Aspects. Just, senses are a little bit activated. Yeah.
That works for
just
me.
to kind of, yeah.
All right. Anybody else doing anything like that?
I see in the dark anyway, so I'm good.
Fair.
It's usually good to be careful.
I'm preparing to have to chase and or fight anyone.
Sounds good.
That's it.
Do you descend down the stairwell into the crypt?
I think
Yes.
I go enough of the way down that I can potentially hear, but I won't go all the way in.
Okay.
Do you want me to lead the way and herald the group? Not speak on your behalf, but
After you find, sir.
I'll go first. Let's see what scary things await me down here.
Now, just as a quick reminder, Kelly,
Mhm.
Goratrix, he's not very fond. Vikos has a bit of a rivalry with him, not very
Yes.
fond of him. Do we know anything about him being, like, tricksy? I'm trying to look at my past notes.
Well, tell you
He's a
what.
Tremere.
He's a Tremere.
Yeah, he's a Tremere, so, yeah.
You can make me an intelligence and occult roll. Anybody here who has occult may make intelligence and occult. If you do not have occult, you could also make me an intelligence and politics roll. Do it at a difficulty of 8. One success. Bastien, you've heard the name Goratrix. And was that occult that you rolled? You know that he is a very powerful Tremere sorcerer.
I think I've already made this roll before, but can I is it to do with vampiric history, in which case
Yes,
I
it
get
is.
to add a die?
Yes, it is.
I think I did make this roll before, but I'm going to make it
Yeah,
again.
I was
You
just saying, I just found my notes that says Goratrix, Methuselah, one of the first Tremere, in my notes.
All right. So, all of you will have that knowledge. With 4 successes, Rainald, you are going to know that he is one of something called a Council of 7? He is one of the 7 most powerful Tremere in the world. And 4 successes, Alëna, you'll know that as well. And that he is.
And I think specifically when I rolled before, I was trying to see if I knew about the Tremere and the gangrel and the gargoyles and all of that, which
That's correct. Yeah. It's been like a month, but yeah, good memory.
Cool. So I think I know a little bit about that, but not like specifics. I just know that
he's
there's been
balls
some-
powerful to use the nomenclature of
and
our
that the gangrel don't
ancestors.
like him because stuff has been happening.
Yep.
What? The gangrel don't like a Tremere?
What?
What? I wonder what other clans might not like the Tremere. 1 or 2?
One or
A
two.
few.
Few.
Yeah.
A few.
Bastien, do you head down the stairs? The stairwell winds down about 30 feet beneath this floor. Alëna, you travel down and pause halfway, and at about that halfway mark, you'll see that there's some light issuing forth from a room down beneath the main church. Below, there is a room with a single torch illuminating it. It is a broad stone crypt, or at least its first chamber. And as you head down, In a dark corner near the back of this chamber, partially screened by shadows, sit two dark-skinned men. And when I say dark-skinned, I don't mean that they come from Greece or the Baltics. I mean that these men have the skin tone, even to say, Bastien having traveled to the Holy Land, they are so dark that they are nearly, literally black-skinned. They sit dressed in Turkish fashion, curved knives displayed in their sashes. As you approach and step down into the room, both of the men will turn and slowly stand, their hands comfortably resting on the side of their sheaths. Welcome.
Greetings. I am here on behalf of Lady Tereza's coterie, come to escort.
By whose authority?
And I kind of flourish and step aside for the others to come forward.
By Lord Micah Vikos.
You are here to pick up a package.
Yes. I would say it's a live transport, but we know that's not.
You were sent here by Vikos?
Yes.
The man on the left stares intently at you, Tereza.
Are these... So I know the guy upstairs had a pulse. Are these guys human?
I don't know.
With my heightened senses from Auspex,
You can make me a perception and alertness roll
Perfect.
to try to hear a
I'd love
heartbeat.
to
Yeah.
do- Yeah. To like hear for a heartbeat, look for the like throbbing vein in their neck and things like that. Perception and alertness. Would like because Tereza, I took intuitive for like spotting traps. Would this apply?
I'll allow it this time. Yeah.
Okay. And alertness, difficulty 8. Oof, 1 success only.
1 success. The room is silent as a crypt. And as you're watching, you will notice with 1 success that they do not appear to breathe at all, save when they pull in air to speak. After looking at you for quite a while, the one on the left smiles, takes a step forward, and bows deeply from the waist. He says, "Welcome. I'm Hussan Al-Fatim. If you wish refreshment, the worthy innkeeper next door can serve you. They are conversant here with our special needs. After you have rested from your journey, my apprentice and I shall conduct you to the room in which your charge awaits you." In the meanwhile, make yourselves at home, as much as you can, inside of this, place of prayer.
Thank you for your hospitality. Tereza will look at the rest of her compatriots. I do believe we are refreshed and
So the rumors I heard of trouble at the Golden Swan were true.
It would be rude not to take you up on your offer, even if just a little bit. Thank you for your hospitality.
The woman behind the counter will be able to help you. But if you are already refreshed, you're more than welcome to come with me now.
If no offense is taken, I don't see why not.
I take no offense in these unholy lands. Although it is good that you act with some hospitality, Christian. I am not accustomed to seeing such things of your like. You do your God proud. Praise be.
We all do the Lord's work in many different ways.
Well, please. Should you wish for refreshment at any time, we do have a woman present. But if there's no waiting, please follow myself and my apprentice. He says something in Arabic to his apprentice, who shuffles off into one of the side rooms and comes back a moment later with a young woman bound with ropes and gagged. This will be useful. And with that, he takes you into a side room. And as he does, he walks around a large box, roughly the size of a casket, lying in the center of the room. Regretfully, I must release him, as I have been commanded to do so in my contract. I hope that his need for blood will occupy him long enough for you to explain why you are here. It would be most regrettable should he injure you before learning of your mission. May I? He gestures toward the box.
Alëna,
Alëna is up the stairs.
never mind. Oh,
Yep.
I approach the box as well in case someone is a little more lively than we're ready for.
yeah. Tereza would like to just make some bone claws, extend her bones, just in case some extra motivation needs.
Sure. Absolutely. Spend a blood point and make me a body crafts roll. Dex and body crafts,
Yeah.
please.
Yes.
Does Rainald call back for Alëna? Because she will come down if she's called. It's just She doesn't want to get trapped.
Yeah. I think he'll kind of look back and say Alëna, then realize she's not there, and just like, ah, damn it. Okay. So might not. Yeah, I don't think he would at that point, unfortunately.
No, that's fair.
Okay. Tereza, you reach in and pull bones out from your fingertips, forging them into claws. Bastien, you move alongside of this casket. Does anyone do anything? Do you open the casket for these men? Or do you allow them to open it?
Unless
I'll allow-
Bastien does anything, yeah.
I'll allow them to open it, but if there's any movement, I'll immediately move forward and put my hand on the individual to use a power if need be.
Sounds good. Hussein opens the box, and there inside lies a man. He is lying prone, a wooden stake rammed into the center of his chest. He is above medium height, appears to be about normal weight. He is clean-shaven, with dark brown hair and hazel eyes that stare up at the ceiling. His nose is strong and broad, his mouth generous. Were you inclined, you might consider him handsome. He looks sturdy, formidable, scholarly. Something in the lines of his face indicate a cruel and uncompromising nature. Bastien, as the lid opens, his eyes stare upward with an intense hatred that seems to bore into you, even though he cannot move his eyes. He is dressed in the manner of a noble of the French court. Hussein leans forward and speaks to the man, saying, "Here are those who guarantee you safe passage through the lands ahead. My contract is now satisfied. Go in peace." And as he says so, his fingers wrap around the stake that protrudes from Goratrix's heart. He pulls it out, and his apprentice thrusts the bound girl toward. Goratrix's eyes snap open. He grabs onto the woman in the throes of frenzy, burying his fangs in the nape of her neck. Alëna, up the stairs. Can you make me a perception and alertness roll? 8.
In an attempt to save the girl's life, Bastien will step forward and use Peaceful Touch on Goratrix.
Okay.
That was
Um,
3
if-
8s.
All right, you are going to smell blood. Peaceful touch.
If-
How does that work?
And if possible, even before he was, as he was being unstaked. Peaceful Touch. It is a Watcher Valerian discipline.
What
I
level
spend
of
I spend a blood point
So it's level 2, which I believe opens your eye. Or is that is it 3 points in V20?
I think it's 3 points.
Okay, because it used to be
Let
2.
Yeah, let me. Let me.
This is very
I'm at
important.
Because that will be a whole nother round of problems.
The eye is sensitive. In all cases, the eye must be retracted into the skull. Maybe using any level of valor and brings it forth once more.
Oh.
What if I'm like behind him?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. So, the way that Peaceful Touch works is you spend a blood point and a willpower point and touch a foe that is hostile to you. For 3 turns, just hostile, I'll say, the target's difficulty to strike the Salubri increases by 2. If the target is a vampire, she sees the difficulty of Roshrek or Frenzy rolls decrease by 2, making it easier for her to restrain herself. Is that what you wish to do?
If I know Gift of Sleep, then that increases for another 2 rounds. So for 5 rounds, it's easier for them to resist Frenzy. Just trying to maybe not get this girl killed, and for him to. I figured I'd try. But yeah, I've spent the blood and
Okay.
willpower.
All right. So, and that just automatically works. Do you say anything as you do this?
It is all right. We're not here to harm you. We are not the hunters. Drink and regain your senses, brother. And my hand's kind of like on his shoulder.
You will hear, as the frenzy subsides a bit of a full-throated chuckle. And find peace. What do you think I'm doing? I thirst. Friend, am I allowed to drink in peace?
I just thought perhaps it would be a waste to kill her. But of course. And I'll step away from him.
So he is sent compassionate ones. He laps the blood off of his lips. Fine. She can live. But I need more blood. I have important matters to discuss with you. And I can't speak if I fall into torpor from lack of vitae. Other vessels, or even your own blood. I thirst.
We can help with this.
Not to put too fine of a point on it, but be quick about it. I am feeling a voracious hunger rise inside of me.
How much was he true to his word, and he...
Yep, he's just kind of like holding her by the hair. Blood is still dribbling just a tiny bit out of the puncture holes in her throat. Here? Here, my good friend. Take her, if she's that interesting to you.
I'll take her and come. There are many villagers in the surface.
Villagers. No, I'm thirst now. If we're friends here, please. Do you not have blood in your veins?
Well, if none of my friends are offering. And you know what? I'll pass the girl to Rainald.
Rainald will hold out his wrist as well,
Oh,
with Bastien.
Excellent. So I'm gonna spend a trauma bone. And just one sec, real quick. I just gotta make a quick roll for something
we'll be fine.
completely.
It's totally fine. You guys made a very rational, smart decision offering your wrist to the crazed, super powerful vampire that's super thirsty. It's
Is this
fine.
about to be the Alëna and Tereza adventures?
I think so.
Off we go.
I have my
Off we go.
friends waiting to help.
It's just a little. Just gonna let him do it a little and then take my wrist away.
He bites into the side of your wrist, Bastien. He drinks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Fuck.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Okay. And as he pulls away, he'll wipe his lip sensuously with a finger. What an interesting vintage. Huh. And you, my friend?
I'll only let him take 3.
Okay. He drinks 3 from you as well. That will do for now. As this occurs, Hussein and his charge quickly bid you all farewell. Good luck. The night is dark, and there are many things that seek what you possess. And then the men step out into the hallway. Alëna, you are going to feel a mist pass you on the stairwell. Just an updraft. And then above you, you will hear the sound of the men-at-arms gathering their things and leaving.
Huh.
So, if I must ask, how are we going to do this? I'm willing to go with you, consensually. I am not interested in other methods. He glances down at the stake on the floor.
I'm glad that you're so agreeable.
I have to tell you, though, this is all a big misunderstanding. I merely thought it best to use my talents to govern France effectively. This is all a misunderstanding.
Unfortunately, that is.
And if I had the authority to even entertain that idea, I think you, yes, I think you misunderstand our positions. We are following but our instructions. Don't really have the power to ignore that. So I'm sorry, you
However-
will not find any sympathy.
Well, you have agreed to come consensually with us. We have our own tasks that we must do. However, that doesn't mean that we can't make this as pleasant as possible ride for all of us. Right?
There are many ways that we could go about this. You say that you do not have the latitude of choice. My lady, everyone has choice. Everyone has the freedom to break the chains that bind them. Perhaps we are both victims of circumstance.
Perhaps.
I would be very, very, very thankful should your coterie help me evade this false summons. How was I supposed to know that preventing the church from interfering in the affairs of Cainites would anger my clan so? Besides, it's not like we really needed the Templars anyway.
For someone who is one of the 7 most powerful and oldest Tremere in the world, I find it hard to believe that a clan as cunning as yours would allow you to be so ignorant of what your actions might cause.
The burden of ignorance is ignorance. I have to say, I have not been called that in living memory.
You'll have to.
Perhaps we should get off.
You'll have to excuse our companion, Priest Rainald. He has some
Rainald.
sour history with the church. I don't believe he wished to directly call you ignorant.
Then again, perhaps my ignorance is what led me to this predicament. Is that not possible, Rainald? Rainald von Eggenberg?
As I was saying, I find it hard to believe that you would have been ignorant of the
You
consequences.
were one of
your
the
actions.
ones at the Tahuta Pass. Which means that you are Lady Tereza Dinescu. Enchanté. Bastien. And a blood witch, Alëna. So you still wish to escort me?
Yes.
If you may, I have to warn you, though. Even knowing the way to Seoris is a deadly burden. The Tremere do not allow Cainites from other clans to know the secret approaches to that stronghold. If you take me there, merely knowing the way could spell your doom.
I'm going to use Glare of Lies.
Okay?
Ooh.
Please
It
do.
is a, what do they call those fancy combo?
Combo discipline.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, I know, right?
To see if that statement was
Please do.
a lie. Okay. Any lies told in the Salubri's presence
I
must
believe it
succeed a
automatically works,
contested-
doesn't it? Oh, is it contested? What is it?
It's contested, but it's pretty heavily in the favor of
You?
the Salubri. Yeah, it's
right.
manipulation plus subterfuge, difficulty 8. Against
Cool.
the Salubri's perception plus empathy, difficulty 6.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
Nice.
Do. There we go. Manipulation 6. Okay, I need more dice.
Fuck.
Difficulty of, you said it was difficulty 6 for me?
8
8 for you.
6 for the Slowberry.
Okay, cool. Okay. How many did you get? Perfect. He's telling the truth. To the best of his knowledge, he thinks, as he says that to you and you kind of read the room there, you're like, oh.
We're to escort you to a place where our knowledge in getting you there may get us destroyed.
Yes. Why do you think that Vikos didn't take me himself?
Well, I don't
Besides
really like
being
that.
a coward and a fool, I suppose he is one of those things. Only. Perhaps he's just pragmatic. Still, we don't have to go. I have vast riches at my disposal, and you would have my eternal gratitude.
Yes, and my sire and your whole clan would be at our adversaries because of that. I think I'd rather take on you versus all of the Tremere and Micah.
I see.
Well, hold on. Vast riches.
Lady Dinescu, I must ask, what is it like being in the shadow of your sire?
I am a woman. I am constantly in the shadow my whole life. Hundreds of years. If you think you can round me up by that.
No, I just was curious. You see, you have a unique experience there. I never had a sire. I'm what you would call a self-made man.
Wait, how is that You...
As I said, I have great power at my disposal. I was the one who unlocked the secrets of your kind and claimed immortality, grasped it in both hands, and wrestled that worm to the ground. Do I deserve punishment? No, of course not. My entire clan should be thanking me. They wouldn't exist without my research and knowledge. Research that could benefit you. So what say you? Shall we ride west?
Is that away or towards?
That's a way.
Okay, cool. I thought so. I just wanted to double check.
Sounds good.
Okay, group huddle for a second. Come here.
I don't
He's-
see.
He's got some good points.
As much as I would like to, I think he does have some valid points. And I am very...
I was kidding, you idiot.
No, I am very interested to see what he can offer us. I don't think we have a choice.
What do you...
We anger him, or we anger everyone else
Yes, it is simple
who are either
arithmetic.
just as powerful or more.
What is arithmetic?
It's counting.
I thought that was mathematics.
Arithmetics. Math is what I do.
Is that where the root word comes from?
Yeah, I believe so.
Mathematical.
But yes, one powerful vampire versus dozens, and then hundreds of less powerful. Still, we get outnumbered.
And if we complete this task, we're out of Lord Vigo's debt.
Yes. Our debt is
So,
paid for the favor.
We risk dying in doing it.
I mean, we could easily remedy that. So we could
Not
hire.
die.
We could hire someone to lead the carriage. He tells them how to get there. You tell. We can see, if we're going the right way, but we don't actually know.
What if I
Traveling during the
surrounded
day.
you in darkness whenever we come to a fork in the road?
That could also work.
If we survive, you all owe me.
He can hear everything we're saying, by the way.
Of course he can.
Yes,
He's
I
not an idiot.
can.
This is being polite and pretending that he might be distracted or something.
Do you have to show up in person?
It's hard to murder me if I'm not there in person. Not impossible, but difficult.
And do you really believe that they intend to murder you?
Or worse.
Oh,
So what
That's
say
not
you?
true. Oh, that's not. Is Bastion's power still up, or is it a
Yeah,
one
He
question?
he can always use that role whenever he wants to.
Okay.
Or worse.
Does he actually believe that?
I think the trade-off is the eye goes wow, and it's kind of obvious.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Not that he doesn't have an idea of.
No, not at all. He didn't taste your blood and was
Excuse
like,
me while I-
"Mm."
Well, I secretly do this power that I'm just gonna stare at you for.
Excuse me for a second. I just have to adjust my veil.
Translucent shawl.
I
My
mentioned it in-
translucent shawl.
So
I mentioned it in our
as
private chat, but
Yeah.
Alëna has like got like left, been where nobody can see her, turned into a raven, and is outside now.
Okay.
Has
Alëna
no
has-
idea this conversation is happening.
Sorry,
I
what
know,
was
it's
the lie?
beautiful.
What is a lie? What is the truth? What is?
That is the question, isn't it? I don't know.
42.
Shit. I can't count that high.
So what do you say? Shall we run away together?
East.
East.
Mm. At least for now. Maybe you can convince us. Maybe we turn around.
What? What is your? How are you planning to evade capture?
Yeah, you were cut by hunters. Too.
If you keep going west and keep running and hiding, what's to stop just some more thugs from finding you and dragging you back? It's already happened once.
Well, I would know that they were coming for me this time. Well, fine. East it is. He smiles at you. Oh well. At least we'll die together. And with that, he will give you a broad, sharp grin. And I think that's a good place for us to take a quick break.
I like
don't
his
go anywhere.
optimism.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
He's a good guy.
He's so smarmy. I can feel it through the screen.
I know. Oh my
He's a
god. I want
Tremere.
to
That's
punch him in the face.
I like him. I like him.
Is this
I-
the
Oh, he's
nicest
great.
Tremere?
I like him a lot
Yeah.
too, which is bad because I shouldn't.
I know. I'm desperately trying to not be like, yeah, let's run away together.
Come on. Shotgun wedding. Crossbow wedding.
No.
It's
You-
a
you
nice
do
day
I'm
for
realize-
us.
bloodbound to Micah. He will find me.
Tereza, like Robin, does Tereza know the story about how the Tremere came into being and why the Smeetsy hate them so much?
I feel like Micah probably would have
Oh, yeah.
said.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He
Yeah.
ate one of your
Admitted that
cousins.
He
Yeah,
is
I
the
know.
one who stole it
Oh.
from the Smeetsy.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
Yeah, no. Teresa's like, fuck you. I'm trying to be polite because you're a powerful vampire, but fuck right off. Robin thinks this Kelly's doing a great job role playing him.
Oh, thank you
but-
very much. And we'll do more
Yeah.
of that role playing when we get back from this break. Don't go anywhere. Hey, everybody, welcome back. We're going to talk to the chat for a minute. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns about Vampire, leave them down below. Hi, everybody, welcome back. We are, we're doing stuff. We're playing games and we're taking names. I'm very excited to be back. I know we had some stuff that prevented us from really running for the last couple weeks. And yeah, it's good to be back in the action like the Looney Tunes, I guess. I don't know. It's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm very tired, both physically and emotionally, but we're here tonight and I'm playing an ancient vampire, which I feel being tired physically and emotionally is the right mental place to be.
You're absolutely
You know, I'm
Yeah.
doing method.
like,
I'm
and it's
messing.
funny because like we're trying to deal with this, and it's probably like he's just looking at a bunch of toddlers trying to
Yeah.
do this, and we're just
That's
like,
why he's being nice to you too. He's just like, all right. It's gonna take like 20 days to get to Seoris minimum. Nah, I got time. We'll talk.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
he's-
Tereza wants to keep him on a low blood diet because that's also Path of Lilith too now. So, but also keep him not so powerful.
I mean, fair. But
oops.
yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff.
Oops, Kal, 10 points of blood.
Well, we should have talked about this a little bit before we went into
I was like,
it.
why are you stopping? Kelly's counting. He's not gonna stop.
It's like one mouthful too. Like, I'm not going to sit here with my glass of blood and just like go, all right, Kal, tell me when to stop.
Because I just wouldn't stop you.
You wouldn't. You just want to see me drink the whole thing.
Yeah.
I should have got the V8 out of the fridge. Which, how long does V8 stay good after you open it? Because it's been like a week and a half. You think it's still okay?
Give it the smell
It's-
test.
Tomato juice, so I
Yeah.
don't imagine super long.
Is it turned into tomato wine?
Yeah.
Turns into botulism, but yeah.
Yay! Hey, Bards of New York, you came in time for botulism.
Oh no.
We're just on a chat break right now, talking before we head back into game. Just taking a moment to pop out of character and stretch. Other cool stuff. Guys, I promised it and you delivered. So everybody, join the Patreon. Damn it, because I'm going to run a bunch more World of Darkness for the Patreon in 2025. Like 3 more World of Darkness games. Minimum. And this other finger is springy. It might be 4.
What?
I mean, there's also that other game that we've had a group chat for a while that needs to
the
eventually
Scion
run.
game that will never
Scion
ever
game.
happen.
I have
God damn.
no, I have that costume. I bought a wig for that game.
I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Okay, we're gonna run Scion.
I
But we've also got
revived it by posting a meme in there the other.
Yeah, you did.
It's true.
It's just a little reminder.
Wraith or Mummy. You know what? I actually we recently we had we canceled our Planescape game because of some reasons. And so we have Sunday afternoons are going to be free for a little bit after Arcos ends. Because we're going to just run Arcos until it's done every week starting this Sunday. And I put it to the cast of players that is still available for that game. And I was like, okay, what games do you want? I can run Deviant. I can run Vesson. I can run Wraith, or I can run. Oh, Robin, what was the other one? There was one
Mummy.
other one. It wasn't Mummy,
Damn.
but
And you can call it Mummies Alive.
I could call it Mummies Alive. But like one person voted for Wraith. I think it was Amy.
Monster of the Week, I think you proposed.
Oh yeah, it was Monster of the Week. But Monster of the Week's fun. I only have 3 players for the Monster of the Week game that we're running on Monday. Because Bunny can't do it and Natasha's on the moon. Like, she doesn't respond to messages. So I have no idea if she's going to show up or not.
Every
Well,
day
you
you
get
flip a
her.
coin.
She's live streaming from the moon, so that's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. There's lag. I like Monster of the Week. Scion does need to happen though, because it was Scion University. It was going to be a bunch of douches at university.
Because we watched God U from the Gen V and got inspired.
We watched Gen V.
Hey, I like Gen V.
Gen V was pretty
great.
good.
I'm so sad
It
about
was
the
it was very different, but like I liked it.
You're so sad about the what?
the actor that died. One of the main characters, the actor died.
Oh,
Did I know this?
right.
Did you tell me this? I feel like you did.
Yeah, like the main guy died.
That's rough.
Yeah,
That's too bad.
yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the main guy, but yeah, there was like a significant, like there was a like a very prominent
Like,
cast member.
That's like what
died.
happened with Kindred the Embraced. So Robin doesn't know. Robin's the only one here who doesn't know the glory of Kindred the Embraced. Kindred the Embraced was the Vampire the Masquerade TV show from the 1990s that was produced by Aaron Spelling of Melrose Place fame. So basically and 90210, like all the trashy like teen dramas. The guy who did that, Tori Spelling's dad, made a vampire TV show. It is absolutely awful. And the main character, this guy named, was it Gabriel Luna? No, that's an actual actor. Something. Anyway, the main actor died in a motorcycle crash in the middle of season 1, or right at the end of it.
I mean, that's this guy, the main guy, the like, I don't know what background, but the
Oh, did he die in a motorcycle crash too?
yeah, 27. He was killed in a
What is
motorcycle
with
accident.
Okay, guys, be careful if you're Julian Luna. Thank you
Chance
very much.
Perdomo. Yeah, he
Yeah,
died, the main guy. So
wear a helmet if you're gonna ride a motorcycle. Wear a helmet. Don't be too cool for a helmet.
Well, it's
I don't know if
like you can't get eaten by sharks if you don't swim in the ocean. You can't
you can't be eaten by
die from
sharks if you're
riding
on a
a-
motorcycle.
you can't be eaten by
It's
sharks
true.
if you're on a motorcycle.
This
I
is
don't make
true.
the rules.
honestly, I will never get
I-
on a motorcycle because of that stuff.
Oh, there's a
ticking-
reason why the insurance is like
Yeah.
Ticking
5 times
Time
as
Bob
much.
said that you're his favorite Salubri, or maybe not. Maybe it's one of us.
Well,
It could be one of us. Is anybody here a Salubri besides Cal? It could be me.
Oops, all salubri.
which one of
Oops,
you are
all
secret
Salubris.
Salubri?
You just haven't activated
Well-
our powers yet. We're all celebrating.
We're just
Well,
we're
Kelly
sucking it
hasn't
in.
aged since I met him, so
Learn enough Valerian off of Cal, and
keeping
we're
an
all
eye.
salubri.
That's fair.
That's true.
we're all Salubri now.
We're all
Wait,
Salubri
yeah,
now.
that's right.
Is there anything else fun that we should talk about before we hop back in? Radiant Citadel's on Saturday. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I reread the chapter again to remind myself what happened.
Good.
It's
good.
about
I need to get that voice down. Arcos has been plotted. Christine and I plotted it out because she's producing that show. We plotted it out in the middle of Lake Okanagan, floating there. We're like, what are we going to do to Traz? It's going to be fun.
Do it.
Oh, yeah, and
Or
Vecna's
Traz.
Friday, which is going to
my
be good.
gosh. Vecna is fun.
Vecna is very fun. It's
Heck
just
yeah.
it's just infrequent. I'm excited for when Vecna is.
Eye?
What's that?
What if we just eat his eye? Just eat it.
Vecna?
His eye.
I guess you could. You could eat his hand too, but then you're just like, then it's just like Jujutsu Kaisen again.
Oh, dang.
Dang.
How many hands
you know?
does Vecna have?
I mean, technically one. If that's how you're looking at it, I guess.
Well, we can
Um,
cut off his other hand and make them shake hands inside you.
Oh,
Inside
that's how
it?
you end the
Whoa.
curse.
Whoa!
That's how you
Put up the
end the
content
curse.
warning. That's how you end. That's
I'm-
no. That is cursed.
I mean, we were already talking about shoving some things up Vecna's ass, so you might as well
Oh, that's true.
attach a hand to the end of it and just
He has the
Right.
ass of holding.
I really, really hope we get the chance to come across or get the hand of Vecna
Watch
in
your
the
phrasing.
Vecna game, because I
If you want to come across the hand of Vecna, that is
I want somebody
just don't come across
want
the eye of
somebody to
Vecna. It's
to
rude.
backhand Vecna across the face with his own
With
hand.
his own hand, yeah.
Hell
Imagine
yeah.
I can do it with my 10-foot reach, so I don't even have to get super close to him.
You
We
could,
know
you
who
could
it
use
would be.
stunning strike with it. Flurry of blows.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Get a
That's
mage
really,
hand
really
to
good.
grab it
Mhm.
and use a hand to mage
Yeah.
hand smack
You
him.
know what?
Mage
Our,
hand.
our,
hand
our
set
vampire viewers love nothing more than to hear about
Yeah.
D&D. However, I got to tell you guys, because it popped into my head, so I always have to tell you.
Three Stooges would be proud.
All right.
Oh, yes.
So even staunch D&D haters have to love the greatest thing that has ever been put in a book, and it's here in Tome of Beasts 2, and it is
Oh god.
the snake with 100 mage hands.
Wait. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, snake with 100
Yep.
mage hands. It says right there.
Okay, that
That's the best
That
thing
is
ever. You
delightful.
can't. That's because then you can just like have a setite with 100 mage hands.
What the hell?
It's
That's
a snake
awesome.
with 100 mage hands. I don't know what Cobalt
Whoever
Press
wrote
was
that-
smoking when they came up with that, but I want some. I don't know. Put it in a brownie
Because,
for
like,
me
you
or something.
can't, like, how does that even, like, we won't even get
That's
into
like-
the mechanics of how
I-
that works
I
in
would love
D&D
to
because
hear-
that's impossible.
I would love to hear the conversation that created that.
What if the snake had 99 mage hands? I'll do you one better.
no, but
God
like,
damn it.
why can't snakes like guard a giant pile of gold?
They
They're
don't
like
have enough hands.
they're like dragons, but without wings. Well, they don't have enough hands. Okay, what if we gave them like a bunch of hands? Well, then they'd be a centipede. Okay, well,
Well,
what if
no-
we gave them like mage hands?
Yeah.
Magic
just-
hands.
This is just a rabbit hole. This is just a rabbit hole.
That way they
Hey
can
folks,
do jazz hands.
Speaking of holes,
and speaking of holes, you guys are digging yourself a hole. But there's one more thing, and that is if you're on our Patreon, you get to see the rap session and epilogue and doom counter probably for Technocracy Zero Sum, which is going to be on Sunday night, 6 p.m.
oh, this is a busy weekend.
It's a busy week for me.
Radiant Citadel.
It's because we
Tacos?
didn't really have anywhere else we could really cram
Nope.
in the last episode of Zero Sum, so it just kind
Yep,
of.
we didn't
I'm-
because life is horrible and makes you make
Life is
bad
horrible.
choices.
But
And I might be
I
out
will-
of country next couple weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I will continue to reiterate it is it's a bit of epilogue and mostly debrief, and you don't even have to costume if you don't want to. It's just
don't
another night on
have-
camera. So
Should I?
You
should I
can if you
wear my
want,
wig?
but-
I might. I like that suit.
yeah.
And it fits slightly better since I didn't eat for a week and lost 10 pounds. Don't do that. Or do. I'm not a cop. I'm just a guy who runs dumb games on the internet.
That's something a cop would say.
That is like something a cop would say. All right. You know what else a cop would say? He would say, it's time to head back to game.
That's something a cop wouldn't say.
Yeah.
No, I'm less suspicious. Oh
I'm not a
god.
cop. That's my stress
Now
gun.
you have to put the freaking gun tag on YouTube.
I always put it on just in case I say I'm going to shoot somebody.
Ah.
Because I don't want to get demonetized. Because I want to get demonetized.
Hmm.
No, I don't want to get
Spelled
demonetized
the
because
same, but you pronounce
I
it
have to go to
differently.
Costco tomorrow. So, hey guys, join the Patreon. I have to go to Costco tomorrow. I have to buy contact
Rip.
lenses because I'm almost out. And they're expensive. They're really expensive. It's kind of dumb. Anyway, just have good eyes, everybody. Or
I need
what?
to buy contacts for an upcoming character.
Yeah, you do. You do. All right. Folks, without further ado, I think it's time for us to head back into game here. Thanks so much for watching us shoot the proverbial and literal shit here. Let's head back in. Welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade, the Transylvania Chronicles, here on Dork Tales. Above the church, Alëna, in the form of a raven, you crouch, or perch, I should say, on top of the steeple. Rain buffets your wings. The moon is a hangnail in the sky. What do you do?
I'm just watching. My current plan is to not necessarily avoid being spotted by Goratrix, but to not engage with him a ton, because Alëna might just want to kill him.
Fair. Make me a perception and alertness roll.
Sure. I'm guessing my specialty in wilderness does not apply.
It does not apply here. Although, I won't give you any penalties because you're a raven. And they're pretty attuned to looking around at night. They'd be pretty awful at their jobs otherwise.
That is only a 2, despite the many dice.
Only 2 successes or only a 2?
Only 2 successes.
Okay, cool. That's... I was like, huh. All right, so... Up at the rooftop, you're monitoring the comings and goings of the town. It's decently late at night at this point. Going on probably about 9 p.m. And as you're waiting and watching, you'll see that across the way at the Golden Stag, the tavern and inn that you had been staying at the night before, pardon me, Golden Swan, there is the sound of crunching in the dirt behind the stable. And from your vantage point, you can see directly over the roof, directly over the stable, and you are going to see Carl and Tereza's handmaiden, Clara, as they work a pair of spades there in the back of the tavern. Next to them is a bag that looks like it could be filled with almost anything. However, from here you can see the stains on their clothes, particularly Clara's clothing, as well as tucked into her maid's apron, a large, dripping cleaver. I'm assuming that both you and, moreover, Tereza didn't really care where that grandchild was disposed of. He probably wasn't going back into the family tomb.
Nope, probably not.
So from here you watch them work, digging a hole that is about 4 feet deep. They work with surprising gusto, the rain actually aiding their efforts decently. They're both preternaturally strong and are able to throw their backs into the work. And before long, a large hole is dug. However, as they are loading the body in, a little bit of glee is going to overcome you, as a stray dog makes her way behind the pair and runs off with the dead man's foot. They shout, and Clara gives a bit of chase. And as you're watching this debacle, the front doors of the church open. And Bastien, Rainald, Tereza, Dominic, and one other who you have not met before, a handsome, well-built man in the clothing of the French aristocracy, step out into the inclement weather. What do you do?
I'm just gonna follow them in raven form. I will do a little call out to Tereza's raven. I can't remember his name. That probably at least Tereza will be like, there are now 2 ravens. One's probably Alëna.
Well, yeah, because you're like quite a considerable bit bigger than Polnock, I remember you describing. So I think
She's the alpha raven.
she's the alpha raven.
Yep. Yeah, so I will basically just follow along.
Where are you taking Goratrix? Are you taking him to rest at the inn and grab some more food, or are you planning to head out tonight?
I think we need some more food. But maybe we should discuss things a little bit more.
I would be happy to discuss anything you'd like. Anything that's better than sleeping in that box with a length of spruce through my heart.
We don't know the way. Right?
No.
We're relying on Goratrix to show us how to get there. As long as we are escorting him and he eventually ends up there, we're doing what was asked of us, are we not? Perhaps a little bit of time outside here, as I'm guessing there's nothing that is forcing you towards Sioris, otherwise you wouldn't have suggested we go west.
I do feel a certain compulsion. However, with time, I think I can break it. And with your aid. If you would be so inclined. But in the meanwhile, as much as being free does appeal to me, perhaps we should get out of this rain. Find your friend another shoe. He glances down at Bastien's soggy foot.
What I'm saying is that let's take a little bit of time to think about our options, and hopefully we can come up with a solution that doesn't end up with all of us dead. All of us.
Oh. You're much more clever than your sire. I must say, I've only had the displeasure of meeting with her a handful of times.
She's changed a lot since she had a bit of a run-in with a stake.
It will do that. Hopefully she's less shallow than a painting. Very pretty to look at, but no depth. Although I can see why many wished her around. So, is this where we are staying while you decide whether or not to help me or aid in my destruction? By all means, lead the way.
I think we should be setting out and getting as much darkness and distance away from this
Well, I
town.
need to feed before I leave, and perhaps, find some better footwear. I could do that fairly quickly.
I could also use a little bit more to eat.
Alright, you two go out. And I will watch Goratrix.
Watch me do what?
Not go anywhere. Harm anyone. Betray.
Betray. Oh, come now. That whole debacle was hundreds of years ago. Surely there's no bad blood between us. We're practically cousins. Seriously, as much as you want to kill me, do remember, ultimately, you're serving the same purpose, whether you aid me or you aid Vikos. You're still working for the Tremere.
I am working for my sire, as Nisi.
Who
what
is
you want.
serving me up on a silver platter.
Great. Maybe more like a table, an operating table, experimental table.
Well, I see that you two are
Fitting.
making good friends. I'll be right back.
All right. Can I get a feeding roll off of y'all if you're headed back in there? Well, or you could simply go up to the bartender and actually ask her to help you with some blood.
Oh, that's
I-
right.
Yeah, I want to try that.
Okay. So, I'm gonna spend my other something good happens. So, there is a decent amount of blood behind, that she has available. Animal blood is the first, and she has quite a bit of it. They do a lot of pickling here, a lot of pickled pig's feet, a lot of smoking and things like that. You can gorge yourselves on pig's blood. All in all, If pig's blood is amenable to you, you can take up to 10 points. If it
Don't
is
mind
human
if I
blood,
do.
you are fed it in just troughs of blood. Overall, that is, well, how many pigs is that? 1, 2, 3, I think that's like 4 pigs. 5 pigs? It's a lot of pigs that you murder, but that's fine. They're going to make bacon, so it's all good. Waste not, one not. Whereas Rainald, when you turn down the offer inside of the tavern, she looks up at you and says, "So you'd like something that's a bit more, 2 legs?"
I'm glad we understand each other.
There is a man outside right now that is shoveling horse shit out of the stables. He is sturdy, but touched. He will not fight you.
Is that all?
You need more? I can arrange girls to come here if you do not kill them, my lord.
It's, I do not wish to kill anyone who is...
If you
Not
have
deserving.
coin, they will be very amenable to you. They are working girls. And think of it this way, Father. A bit of coin given to you keeps them off their backs for the night. You're saving their souls.
I do have a little bit of coin.
I will call them. Is 2 enough?
That should do. I'll also visit the man outside.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Out in the stables, there is indeed a dullard that is cleaning, shoveling the stables. He's large, very large, nearly 6 feet tall, very well muscled, with a bit of a humpback. Were that not there, he likely would be 6.5 feet tall. An immense man. His face, though, is lumpy like a potato. He hums to himself tunelessly as he shovels the shit.
You there?
Eh?
When was the last time you went to confession?
That last week, sir. I saw a priest last week. He's a good priest. Told me Raw was a good boy. I did my prayers. Do you believe in Jesus Christ? As he saves you? Oh, the robes. You're of course you do. You're one of Jesus's men. Oh, I've got shit all over me hands. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Father. He starts to wipe it all over his shirt. Please forgive me. Please forgive me.
Rainald will go up to him and just, like, grab his hand. Like,
No, I'm dirty.
you just carry on doing your good work. God bless. And he'll leave him alone.
God bless you too, sir. He was a nice man. Shunk. Shunk. We'll continue shoveling.
Well, you need a new ghoul, right, Rainald?
Shots fired.
I mean, honestly, the dude would be a great tank. But, yeah.
What kind of tank?
No.
Sherman.
Blood.
See what I did there? Yeah.
Fish. Anyway. Heading back inside. The horse shit still stinking on your hand. The woman behind the bar, whose name you'll remember from last episode as Gesta, will look your direction and then nudge her chin toward the stairwell up to the second floor, where you see that there are a pair of women. One her late 20s, one her somewhere in her teens. Soaked to the bone underneath some wool cloaks. Their bodices are strung and a bit loose. The younger one is covered in freckles. The older one is beginning to get a bit of gray streak in her hair.
Rainald will wash up his hands first.
There is a communal bucket that you can wash in.
And
And there's even a bar of
communal
soap.
bucket.
There is
soap?
not a bar of soap. There is a sponge, however, that you can use.
Communal sponge.
Communal sponge.
as is the times, I will use the communal sponge.
Good.
And yeah, he'll take them. I can talk to them a little bit and just.
Hello, Father. The older one smiles at you through a pair of cracked teeth.
Let's play a game.
Do you want me to make you scream, oh God?
No, I want you to confess. And yeah, get her to. I'm gonna dominate and get her to.
Perfect.
Yeah, make her confess.
Right?
Yeah, dominator.
Jeez.
That's his kink.
His kink, you are going to find out that she is going to start confessing that her husband went on pilgrimage 3-4 years ago. He came back with an itch and a pair of bastard twins that he dropped off on her doorstep before dying of a heart attack. Now, she has the 3 mouths that she already had, plus these twins, and is trying to stay afloat. But aside from washing, she's not skilled in much aside from baby making. But she's very eager to make your coin spread. And you would know that, of course, that like pilgrims on pilgrimage basically had license to do whatever they wanted because they'd be forgiven at the end of it. It was like going on a rock tour. There are some amazing pilgrim badges that are things like vulvas, penises, things like that you would wear that say you're on pilgrimage. And if you wore them, they would basically be saying open for business.
Oh,
So
wow.
you'd show up and people would just sleep with you for fun because you were on tour. We just listened to a podcast on it on our way out to visit Robin last weekend.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You can still, actually, you can buy copies of these at Etsy stores.
And what about the other one?
You gonna make her confess as well?
Yep.
She's going to confess that she. I don't know if I'm very good at this. I'm getting money to leave here. I've almost got enough. I take money from the ones who fall asleep before me. And I sneak out. But I've got to get out of here. My mom's getting sick. My dad's already sick. And I don't want to end up like them or my brothers. So I need to get out of here as soon as I can. And if you've got coin, I'll steal it from you too, she says, then kind of wonders why she said that.
Yeah, you know what? Rainald will just take 3 off of each of them, leave
Nice.
them some coin, and like leave them kind of hungover, and leave them alone. And that'll be
Sounds
his drinking for the night.
Okay. So in that entire time, I'll say that by the time you finish with the 2 girls and come back downstairs, Bastien is just stumbling in from eating 4 pigs. Totally buzzed off pigs. You really pigged out.
Got a big belly full of pig blood. Oh, he makes sloshing sounds as he walks.
Yeah, you're a waterbed.
Oh.
Tereza, where are you keeping Goratrix right now?
We kind of... We had several... Tereza probably has her in... Or has him in her room.
Okay. So, up in your room, do you let him sit on the bed? Do you have him sit just in one of the chairs there? Or do you just kind of let him do what he will?
He can do what he will, except Tereza is on the bed. Dominic will be guarding the door.
What a quaint establishment you have here. Friend of yours? He gestures toward the floorboards.
No, that is... What happens to people that betray me?
You can see, Dominic cannot, but with your heightened senses, you'll be able to see the congealed blood that's dried between the boards from where you slew your grandson. The scullery maids didn't quite get to it, did they? I guess it's hard when it goes between the cracks like that. Who was he? She?
The person that betrayed me. They have no meaning to me anymore.
If we're marching after my death, I'm ready whenever you are, Lady Dinescu.
We have to wait for my compatriots. But while they're gorging themselves, feeding off of the blood that you so graciously took from them, I'm fine to watch you.
Watch me do what?
Make sure you don't try anything.
That's strange. Do you actually like your sire? I have to know, because I've been in your presence alone for nearly, what, half of an hour, and you haven't asked me for a single secret about your sire. You know, I knew him during his breathing days.
Did you?
In fact, You owe everything to me.
That is not the story I heard.
Your sire never told you about his time in Constantinople.
I do not know everything my sire knows. He's been around.
Your sire, Vikos, was a natural talent. Preternatural. In the ways of mysticism. He could have been something very, very special, I suppose. He certainly thought that he could be.
He's a very talented man.
Do you like being one of the fiends? Sorry. Voivode?
Dragon.
Dragon. Dragons exist to be slain.
They also
Often.
exist to rule over their mountains of hoard and loot. Guard treasure.
And yet you travel with a priest. It's interesting. You better hope that he'd not think himself to be St. George.
The thing is knowing who you travel with and who you make alliances with.
Who you make alliances
And know their
with.
weakness and what you have over them.
And what do you have over Vikos?
I have nothing over Vikos, but Vikos saved me.
Vikos saved you. Then, my dear girl, should we not be allies? I'm the one that saved Vikos.
One good deed does not discount a I was gonna say grocery list, but those do not exist really back then.
Well, mate, why not?
Okay. One does not exist. One good deed does not outweigh a roster of bad ones. And I have heard your story. But please enlighten me if it is different than what I've heard from my sire.
What did your sire tell you? That he was an upstart? That he wished to travel and study with the greatest order in all the lands? To study wizardry under the house of Hermes?
Yes.
Did he tell you that he was a conniving prick? Did he tell you that he was a worthless...
He doesn't have to tell me that. I know he's a conniving prick. I've known him for hundreds of years.
Good. Which is why... some wanted to make certain that he didn't stray too far from the path of destiny. The blood in your veins. Well, I suppose literally right now. It only lingers because someone told your clan where Micah Vikos had gone off to. And so they plucked him like an apple from a tree, and they made him theirs.
So
And a
what, you're
stain.
saying he would be like you? If he was not?
He would never be like me. But he could have been a nuisance. Instead, I delivered him to the path of destiny that's brought you here. You would not be as Amisi without my intervention. He never would have been. So I think it's time for you to do me the favor of at least treating me charitably. I'm practically your grandsire. Shall we start off on a better foot at least?
No.
No. Well, you're a hard nut to crack.
I'm used to men trying to manipulate me, convince me that I'm not, but I have learned to judge people and take them at what I judge them to be. And you are an animal that is arrogant, but also in somewhat of an uncommon, unwanted situation. And yes, you're trying to be casual about it, but I know that the second you are left alone with our backs turned and any sort of trust, you will not hesitate to kill us to escape. Am I wrong?
He leans forward, resting his elbows on his knees. My lady, if I wanted to kill you, you would have never had the chance to disrespect me. Now, if you're this eager to march into the jaws of death, how about you take that wrinkly old face out of my sight and prepare a fucking carriage?
She's gonna slap him.
Actually, I need you to do me a favor and make me, we're going to do your first frenzy check, because I think that triggered. And I'm just going to double check how frenzy works when you're on a path.
I got level 2 Valoran Watcher so I could stop her from doing this. But she never frenzies near me.
Is it? It's instinct, right?
It's instinct, yep.
I would like to point out at this juncture that Alëna is still in Raven form and was not leaving Tereza alone with Goratrix.
I assumed
She
that
is
you were on the
I
windowsill.
assume you're out the
She's
window.
outside the window, yeah.
Like looking
So,
in.
so is it in the
With
path? Is
popcorn?
it in the path or the
Little
road where
baby.
it says like your? Is that like the sins or no? Is that something else?
No, it's
There
under...
are other reasons to frenzy.
Yeah, you can frenzy from provocation.
Oh.
So yeah, being harassed is a difficulty of 4. Outright public humiliation is a difficulty 8. But I just want to double check what the rule is for rolling frenzy if you're on instinct, and I'm not finding it real quick.
This is how
Chris,
it
could you?
starts.
I'm looking
you look
it
it
up.
Cool.
I think I remember. I'm pretty sure I remember what it used to be.
Was the auto frenzied?
And you could just roll to direct it, ride the wave. But I'm not
Characters using instinct technically resist the same way, but usually direct that aggression in a more conscious, desired fashion. Resisting the frenzy requires 5 successes, actions which violate the character's deepest beliefs. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, so it works the same as self-control. Just
What page did you find that on?
Resist. I don't know. It's in the screenshot right by frenzy and raw.
Page 357.
Thank you very much. It's a big book, guys.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
using
very
the very handy quick reference screenshots that Jen made for this game.
Perfect. 357, Nature of the Beast. All right. So what I would like you to
had
do
that in the back of the book.
I want you to make me an instinct roll
Okay.
at a difficulty of 4.
Okay.
Capped by your road and your blood pool, but I'm pretty sure your road is about the same and your blood pool is higher. So
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just the instinct, right?
It's
don't add
just
road, right?
you don't add your road, but it's a maximum of your road rating or instinct, whichever is lower.
They are the same.
Is it 1?
It's 2. I bought the.
Fair.
I spent my XP to bring it up 1 because that's what
Okay.
you said I could do.
I did. All right. You can also spend willpower on this.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely spend a willpower.
Can you spend
Because
willpower
On a frenzy check, I believe so. Yes. Yep.
Oh,
And then you can spend it on
It's
subsequent
conscious
rounds.
and conviction. You can't.
Is it? Can you not?
For conscious, like, oh, I feel bad or I don't feel bad about this.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
oh,
I see
right.
what you-
That's what I'm thinking.
I see
now.
what you mean now. Yeah. But on the frenzy, you can because it's based on self control.
So yes, I'm spending a willpower. 4. Come on. All right. 2 successes.
3 with the willpower.
I know. 2 with the
Okay.
willpower. I rolled a 9
So-
and a 3.
The way this works is for each success below 5, you can resist for 1 turn. After this, you may try again to gain extra successes and resist. So, so do you try to slap him?
Yeah.
Okay. He will allow you to slap him.
Yeah, he will.
There is a resounding as you clap him across the face. Did you put your bone claws back in?
No.
Okay, so these deep, bony rents are going to scratch across his handsome face, basically shredding him from ear to mouth. And he's going to smile, and as he does, the split lip is going to part and tear membranously, and you're going to see his teeth all the way back to his molars from where you split his cheek open. My apologies, lady. I should have said please. Would you like to make me another frenzy roll?
I would love to.
Okay. Still difficulty 4?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll spend another willpower. Nice. So 3 successes.
3 successes. All right. You're going to gain composure. On the windowsill, Alëna, as you're watching this debacle, what do you do?
nothing. I'm waiting for her to either frenzy or not. And the instant she frenzies, I'm gonna go through that window. But
Perfect.
I'm also not right outside the window, so I'm outside like the window, but I'm hopping around. So like
You're hopping around like on the roof tiles, just...
Well, I don't want to be obvious that I'm just like watching, because so.
I mean,
Oh, no,
Paul Knock
ravens are pretty
definitely is.
creepy.
Yeah.
Have you seen ravens?
Sorry, I
They
couldn't hear
kinda
any
just
of
do
that.
Sorry.
Paul Knock absolutely is just kind of crouching and watching.
Yeah, fair.
If you lined yourself upright, you could be the raven, the giant raven shadow behind the normal sized raven. You're like, I'm just a shadow.
Like Russian nesting
But, like,
doll.
I'll fly
living.
out, come back, and
Okay.
just I make my trips a little bit more frequent when she looks like she's about to frenzy because I
hmm
want to be close. But I can always fly out, fly back real fast, and then crash through the window.
This is true. So as you are minding your patrol, Bastien, Rainald, do either of you head upstairs to check in on things?
Camera pans and
yeah.
Bastien has a glass against the
As a tankard,
door.
I'll have you know, we're in the Dark
against the-
Ages.
That wouldn't work because it's just wood on what.
No, it's metal. It's metal. It's clay. It works.
Oh, it still would because it would reverberate through the wooden door and then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
or you can just, have Auspex up to hear
you,
better, and you're just using the tank.
It's a.
Listen, Carrot Top, I know
There's
you
no
need your prop.
coincidental magic in Vampire, except with mages.
Fair.
Not after you take a Zamiz. Never mind.
Yeah.
This
yeah,
guy
I'm
knows
using-
about it.
Auspex. I have 3 ranks in Auspex, and I'm listening in on the door from the other side. As I see Rainald probably making his way from a different room.
Standing behind you as a shadow. A larger Bastion.
Yes, Satan.
Oh God. What are you doing? I'm gonna open the door.
I was wondering when you'd come in. He turns and looks at you and has a perfectly normal face. He healed your wound in an instant. Are you full from your charitable donation to me?
Close
What?
enough.
Oh yes.
Excellent. Shall we march to my doom then?
If you don't mind, before we make such a hasty decision, I would like to speak with my companions privately about that.
Sure. Shall I just leave or
That is a bit of a
I could go for a walk.
Bastien, why don't you stay here for a moment?
Okay.
That was easy. Okay. Lady Tereza, might I have a word?
Of course, Rainald.
He'll try and take her outside, somewhere where he hopes that they can't be overheard by the others. And I know that the idea of prolonging this is not agreeable, but hear me out. Going there likely means our death. If he is feeling some sort of compulsion to go there, I bet that's only going to get worse. I say we milk him for whatever information, whatever knowledge we can before going in there to try and make sure that we can get out alive. The Tremere have stolen a lot of things from us. Let's try and steal something from them. Whether it's their secrets, their magic, and that might take some time. We aren't on a timeline, I believe, as long as we are escorting him. And if he's got some sort of compulsion, he'll probably find his way there eventually. Let's rob them.
I just worry that he will get stronger.
Oh, if he is as powerful as I believe he is, I don't think that any of us have a chance against him. Unless it was surprise. We're talking about a human who stole this gift, one of the most powerful of a clan that was nothing and able to stand against the others and make, whether we agree with it or not, make a presence of themselves, make a force of themselves. Let's see what we can learn from him, and maybe we can get out on top.
Learning is vital. I can agree with you on that. But Vico, I only have so much patience of him calling me old and wrinkled before I will rip out his throat myself. Or attempt to.
I just appreciate the try. I'm quite interested to see what we can pick from his brain. Of course, he'll string us along for some time, no doubt on that, but maybe we can get something out of this that will keep us alive. Because your sire has put us in a very precarious situation, and I do not want to die.
I do not either. I'm not super thrilled with the idea that Micah has sent us on potentially a journey we are not coming back from. Not my favorite move of his. But I trust him more than I trust Goratrix. And I do not want his sweet words to sway. I do not want us to forget what we have.
Let's make a deal with him. We let him show us the way that we don't even have or know. And in return, he teaches us something new every night. That he has his freedom. Or at least let's start there. We'll just be his students for a while, following along. And maybe we can learn something that will let us escape there alive. Well, alive. Less dead. Unless
Who am
you
I
have a
to-
better idea.
I do not have a better idea. I'm trying to control a new burning that yearns in my chest. It is quick to anger and wants vengeance and wants to lash out more than it used to. But learning, you're right, we should not deprive ourselves of knowledge if it is there.
Might I ask you a personal question regarding the events of last night?
You can certainly ask, but I may not answer, but you are free to ask.
If your grandson had wronged you or your family so much, why did you let him off so easily?
The beast reared its ugly head, and I did not have control of myself in that moment. Trust me.
I see.
I wish I could have made it last way longer.
There's some members of my clan that believe that those are the ones that give this gift to and watch suffer and torment humanity. I think combined with your gifts, you could truly make an existence such as ours excruciating. Just curious. Thank you for
Of
indulging.
course. Of course, Rainald.
Let's go.
Always happy to indulge. Exactly. Yes.
During that conversation in the hallway, I have to ask, did you bring Dominic out with you? Or is he in there with Bastien?
He was in there with Bastien.
As we cut back into the room, Bastien, what are you doing inside of there? Goratrix is sitting in the chair facing the bed.
What do I see when I watch the cycle around Goratrix?
Now, watching the cycle, the Watcher Gift 1, that allows you to know if you're about to be attacked. It allows you to realize in the presence of a character that is significant to your future. Yes, he's very significant to your future. Incredibly significant to your future. It informs you of potentially hostile encounters in the immediate future. And you may even glean some omens, if you wish. To do that, you spend a willpower point and you roll Perception plus Enigmas or Empathy. Difficulty 7.
I'd like to try to do that. Yeah. Particularly because of my obsession with prophecy. So I will spend willpower.
Okay.
Oh, it's no blood. It's just willpower, huh? And I'll roll. Let's see what my enigmas are.
Perception
Oh.
and Empathy or Enigmas.
Yeah, let's do empathy.
So each success allows you to ask me one question
Oh,
about the target, or one psychological weakness
oh,
that he
dang.
possesses.
It's always good to have these up and like be rereading them because these are so different than what I'm used to. I like it. Okay. Difficulty 7. Ooh, 3.
3 successes?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and ask me.
Ooh. Regarding the target, such as their identity, role in society. Oh. Okay, that's kind of open, huh?
It is.
Maybe this is too broad. Why is he humoring us?
Because he doesn't have a choice.
What is this one's probably too broad, but what no, it's not regarding him, it's regarding thoughts, so it's too big. I was going to say like what's his plan? But I can
Survive.
narrow that down if you survive. Man, what does he... What does he want from us?
He wants you to let him go. And I'm going to spend a drama bomb, and as you are looking at him, you are going to see a flash of images. Blood. Fangs being torn from jaws. These fangs bleed and are placed into the mouth of a willing vessel. The man cackles, turns, and looks into a mirror. But then the vision moves through the mirror, and we can see that the man is not on the right side of the looking glass. He pounds his fists impotently into the frame of glass, and then it shatters. The shards fall to the ground, and gloved hands pick up the shards, and one by one forges them into a sword. And you will have a voice whisper through your head. So Lot's children shall rise at his fall. And as you're doing that, he looks at you. Is everything all right? My dear friend. What's your current willpower?
Remaining willpower?
It
5.
is... All right, so I'm just going to double check that to be absolutely fair to you.
Somebody did buy you one earlier in the game.
Oh.
This is true. The
Yeah,
chat did buy
I
you
put it
one.
in the chat that Time
Thank you.
Bob Gaming ticking Time Bob Gaming Bastion
Right.
if they're down one.
So-
Otherwise any of
Oh,
you.
thank you. I missed that, yeah. Okay, 6.
Okay, so I just have to double check one thing real quick. His intimidation. Okay, cool. That does not change anything. Number. Okay. Perfect. Difficulty equal to the. So difficulty 6. That is. I spent a willpower, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes. 9 successes that re-rolled. He leans
To
forward
convince
on
me
his...
I'm his friend? What?
You want what's best for me, and will be my loyal servant should I require it, and will protect me from all others, but will forget that I told you this. And as he says that, the command is implanted, and you are going to see yourself, just for a moment, sag at the end of that vision. And next to you, so does Dominic. Because I double-checked what level of Dominate he has, and I can do 2 at once.
Fuck!
Yep. Does Alëna hear any of this as she's telling her patrols outside?
Does Paul
Oh, you know what? Paula doesn't speak English.
Hold on a
Does Paul-
second.
What's his intelligence?
I don't think any
Alëna,
of us
I will
speak
let you...
English.
Oh, that's fair. That's a good point. Actually,
Oh.
I think Goratrix does. But I will allow Alëna a perception and alertness roll at a difficulty of... How good are birds' ears? I mean, they sing, so I'll
Is
say
the window open?
I'll say 8. No, the window's shut.
And then it's a storm?
I'll say 8.
Use your bird specs. Ah!
Bird specs. The little glasses for birds.
Put a little bird glass against the window.
That is 3 successes.
Ooh, damn. Okay, so you
I rolled
are
2 10s.
you are going to hear those words.
Okay. I will continue just trying to patrol as I was.
Sounds good. And as you're doing that, the door will reopen and Rainald and Tereza will re-enter. Dominic will stand at attention.
Mr. Goratrix, I think perhaps we got off on the wrong foot a little bit. We really don't know the way, so would be relying on you to show us, which we couldn't be able to tell if you were leading us astray, could we?
Well,
We want to take some
I
time,
mean, no.
hopefully to learn from you and find a way that we can all escape this alive. Well, as alive as we are. Does that sound agreeable?
Of course. So, I guess I should guide you to wherever we are headed.
We don't know the way, so maybe you can help us try and find a way to show us some of your research along the way.
My friends, if you let me pick the direction of the wagons, I'll teach you whatever your black heart desires.
Does anybody object to this arrangement?
Just outside the window, just some croaking ravens.
You can choose the direction of the wagons as long as they are heading in a vaguely east direction.
I
By
hear
the end of
story.
this, you'll be begging me to let you free me. Ready when you are.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
And I think that's where we're going to call game for the night. On that note. Oh, because I can only handle being this smarmy for so long.
Right?
Oh, it's exhausting. Oh, you guys did it. You met Goratrix, and we hate him. I love knowing what happens to him in the future, because it's all good things.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, good.
Yep.
Beautiful. Hey, guys, you survived your encounter with Goratrix. You
So
didn't-
far.
Yeah, so far. This is actually a good place, because next episode, you guys are kind of minding that way. So yeah, if you might be able to get something fun out of him, Chris.
All of us? All of us?
Yeah,
Get
but you won it the
that.
most.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, thank you so much.
I have blood ritual needs, so Tereza's
Oh.
mildly intrigued.
So
The
you
thing
learned
we've
one.
discussed, I
learned
need to
another.
have.
You learned one, I learned another. We can cross train each other.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay, I'm trying to look up rules because I can also look through the eyes of my bird and understand English.
Yes,
I'm
but
trying
you
to
weren't
figure
doing
out-
that at the time.
No.
You were not. I don't think your bird would have realized that anything was up with that statement. He's just like,
Oh,
this is weird. I'm a bird.
Yeah. Also,
it's birds talking.
Mhm.
Robin, I'm pretty sure somewhere I've read that like the intelligence dots for animals are not the same level as ours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind
he's-
of
So
like
it's not
he's
R
not-
int 2, it's animal int 2.
it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
he's
how
not-
like Corvids are really smart, but like
He's
the
not
Yeah.
getting his GED.
really smart is the equivalent of like a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Where's Lena been this entire time? Where's Lena?
Oh,
Good
earlier I
question.
said she would be shadowing us using obfuscate.
Potentially. Yes. Okay. You
Yeah.
did say that.
Well, in the text chat.
You did.
Who
You did.
knows?
I have a record of it. So who knows where she might be? Oh, what level of obfuscate can she have at her level of ghouldom? Can she have level 2s?
Can have
No.
ghoul rules.
She can only have one. We discussed this.
Oh, that's true.
Unless
So
she
she would have to
teaming
stay
up
perfectly
with one
still.
of the others. Yeah.
Oh, and
Okay, so
the
according to the wiki,
according to the wiki,
animal ghouls cannot speak, and this is why the camera likes them, is because if they are tortured, they can't get
you can't get information out of
they
them.
can't divulge secrets.
That's not true. You just need animalism.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they
but
go,
yes,
caw! Oh
Again.
god, it hurts, caw! Sorry, what were you
Yeah,
saying
it's true.
earlier, Kelly?
So she would not be able to use obfuscate to sneak around invisibly. She would
That's
probably
true.
have silence of death.
Yeah,
So
she
she's-
could make silence happen.
Yeah, unless she was under
Oh,
the
that's
bed, which I
right.
don't think she was.
What is she? One second here.
got cool stuff. But in the meanwhile, everybody take 5 experience points. 2 from me, 3 from the chat. We're back, baby. We're gonna run next week unless something explodes. I'm tempting fate. And a big thank you to everybody who supports us on Patreon, because Patreon makes this happen. Folks, you can go join them right now. You can join my mom. She's on there. She's great. You can join our demonic producers, Mysterium MK and Sorcerer Sanguine. You can join our Wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Clerk, the Ink Goblin, and Karasha Urquhart, our Monster Maker Soloman, and our High Council of the Patreon, Taryn, Dustin, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Chef Eladeth, Larouk, Kelowna Kurd, Mike Baxter, Brian Kaler, and Nerdy Metal Gent. You can make this really long. It's great. And Robin's yelling at me in the chat right now for making her hate him. You already hated him.
Yep,
you were
that's-
playing
that's
hard to
fair.
get too long, so he had to get mean.
I lied, Kelly. I just opened her page just to make sure, and
Yeah.
she has Potence 1, Auspex 1. She's sneaky, but more through mortal means. So the other discipline was Auspex.
The other discipline is
no
Auspex.
Auspex.
All right,
I
so
didn't want to lie, so I thought I'd look it up.
good. Well, she's somewhere. She's somewhere. And I know where you're going to be. You're going to be here at our next game, but definitely come and check out all the other games that we're running over the weekend. And we will see you very soon here on Dork Tales. Good night, everybody.